Well, there's never been a Champions League semi-final like that. 9 goals in a game. What was it like watching?
A bit different for me. I was next to all of your colleagues. I was in the press box, so...
Take a look at the Bundesliga table. Take a look at the goal difference. Look at Harry Kane scoring at a rate that makes his Golden Boot season look like a warm-up. Olise, leading Europe in assists.
Had Lima looking around him. Michael Olise!
Look at Manuel Neuer, a 40-year-old goalkeeper who was supposed to be retired, currently putting up the best sweeping numbers of his entire career. Bayern Munich isn't just winning games, they are dismantling an entire league. They are averaging nearly 3.6 goals every time they step onto the pitch. By any standard, these are historic achievements. But here's the part that should terrify you. All the records, all the Kane hat-tricks, all the Olise masterclasses, that isn't even barely any top-flight coaching experience. A man who was laughed at when he walked into the Allianz Arena. So how did the man we all doubted achieve all of this in less than a year? It was a calculated 3-step magic trick. I'm going to show you step 2, the predator-prey flip, and step 3, the Neuer Rejuvenation. But before we get there, we have to talk about the foundation, because while the world was watching Kompany's press conferences, one specific person inside the football world was actively trying to sabotage this entire project. I'll reveal who that was in a moment. But first, you need to see step 1, the Defensive Mirage, the lie that broke the Bundesliga.
The problem is if you got nothing in the game, then it's hard to make a case to say that you can still turn it around. But if you're as dangerous as we were during this game, then I feel like it's just about getting your head back in the game and just try and put the chances away.
When Kompany arrived, he told everyone he was a student of Pep Guardiola. He talked about position. He talked about the beautiful game. The media bought it. Opposing managers prepared for a Bayern team that would try to outpass them. They were wrong. Kompany's first step wasn't about passing. It was about the high strangle protocol. Here's the secret. Kompany lied about wanting to control the ball. He actually uses artificial chaos. He instructs his players to intentionally give the ball away in wide areas just to trigger a trap.
The moment come to my line, I have to be sure that I'm on the line of the defender, or he has to, so that he is offside, or I have to adapt. Play to him, I go and I can be aggressive.
It's a transition ambush. He pushes his defense so high that the pitch is effectively deleted. Look at the distance between Neuer and his centre-backs. It's the highest defensive line in the history of the club. He realized that if you press with 10 men in the opponent's half, you don't need experience, you just need intensity. But there's a cost to this. To play this high, you need Formula 1 engines. At Burnley, Kompany tried this exact same line with Dara O'Shea and it failed. People said he was stubborn. He wasn't stubborn. He was just waiting for Dayot Upamecano and Kim Min-jae. He didn't change his tactics for Bayern. He just finally found the players fast enough to survive them. But the defensive line is just the setup for something much more shocking. I'm about to show you step 2, the predator-prey flip, where I'll prove that Harry Kane isn't actually playing as a striker anymore. If you thought the high line was bold, wait until you see the ghost position Kane is currently occupying. The second step of the magic is what I call the predator-prey flip. In any other team, the wingers provide for the striker. Under Kompany, that relationship is inverted. Look at this heat map. In 2026, Harry Kane is spending 40% of his time in the left half space, almost like a number 10 or a winger. He isn't a target man, he's a ghost. By Kane dropping deep and wide, the opponent's centre-backs are forced to follow him. This creates a vertical corridor right through the heart of the defence. Into that gap steps Luis Diaz and Michael Olise. This is why Olise has already hit 26 assists.
Looking around him. Michael Olise!
He's not crossing to Kane, he's cutting into the space Kane left behind. Kompany, but whose fault is it that we didn't see this coming? Was it Kompany's genius, or was the Bundesliga too arrogant to take a relegated manager seriously? I want you to look at these Burnley scouting reports from 2023 and compare them to Bayern today. Then tell me in the comments if Kompany changed or if we were just blind. But hold that thought, because while Kane is ghosting, there was a figure behind the scenes, a saboteur, who tried to convince the Bayern board that Kompany would ruin the locker room. I'm going to expose who that was right after we look at step 3, the Neuer Rejuvenation. How does a 40-year-old Manuel Neuer stay elite? It's not through magic, it's through step 3, the secret protocol. Kompany forbids his defenders from being more than 30 meters away from Neuer at any time. This is the 30-meter constraint. By keeping the team compressed, Neuer doesn't have to run 40 yards to sweep. He only covers a small safety zone. Neuer faces the fewest high-value shots in the world because at shot stopping, he's just being asked to save the easiest shots in football. Kompany managed to hide Neuer's age by changing the very nature of goalkeeping. Now about that saboteur.
Spent 127 million, you know what I mean? Got the Bayern job. I don't know how that worked, but I wish I was doing it.
Yeah, how come you didn't get the Bayern
I wish I'd have left the club 127 million in debt and then got the Bayern job. Anyway, when I got there, they were still paying players.
During the
off from
hiring process, a high-ranking European agent, someone with deep ties to Kompany's rivals, leaked internal reports claiming Kompany lost the Burnley dressing room. They wanted to block this appointment because they knew what his protocol would do to the league. They wanted a safe manager. They got a revolutionary. But that's not even close to the beginning. There's one more secret about his training sessions that explains why Bayern players are suddenly running 5 kilometers more per game.
The problem is if you got nothing in the game, then it's hard to make a case to say that you can still turn it around. But if you're as dangerous as we were during this game, then I feel like it's just about getting your head back in the game and just try and put the chances away. Listen, no misunderstanding. There's one side of me that you haven't seen, boys. Number one, whether we play with 3, 4, 5, 6, it's my decision. And I take the responsibility if we lose and if we don't perform well.
Sag ich nochmal, also ich verteidige. I'm defending now against the winger. The moment come to my line, I have to be sure that I'm on the line of the defender, or he has to, so that he is offside, or I have to adapt. Play to him, I go and I can be aggressive. So manage that distance, you can always be aggressive, boys.
It's a shadow drill that he stole from a completely different sport. We laughed at him. We said he wasn't fit for the profile. But Vincent Kompany didn't need our approval. He just needed 11 players willing to believe in the easy step magic. The secret protocol isn't a book of tactics. It's the realization that at the highest level, the team with the most diabolical intensity wins. He didn't just improve Harry Kane or rejuvenate Neuer. He improved our understanding of what a failure looks like. The man we doubted is no longer a relegation coach. He is the architect of the most terrifying team in Europe. He fooled us all, and honestly, we should be thankful because the ocean is deep, and we are still just looking at the teaspoon. The Kompany era has only just begun.